Hello, everyone, and welcome. And guess who we have with us today? We have Maeve O Byrne, who hails from Yates country and George Bernard Shaw country. Maeve, welcome. You are now in Irish in Victoria, Canada.
That's right. Thank you, Charlotte. It's a pleasure to be here.
And I know it's really early in the morning, so much appreciated Pacific time. Much appreciated for you being with us today. Thank you. So, to those of you watching, Maeve has been in the non-profit, specifically healthcare industry for over 30 years, and for the last 10 years has been a professional coach. Now, her niche is quite special because what happens when you hit the age of retirement? Traditionally, we know retirement age, and you really want to retire, but you're not quite happy to sit around doing nothing, and you don't necessarily want to get back into a new business and the same drive that you used to have. That is Maeve's speciality. So welcome, Maeve. You make an impact in a different person's life every time they come and see you. Thank you for your contribution to the non-retirees retiring.
Thank you. And it is really the people who are on that cusp of retiring that I work with. So it's really looking at how they're going to spend often the last third of their life. Retirement, if you retire at 60, you can almost expect a 30-year retirement. So my role is to partner with you and to sort of develop that outline, looking at the four pillars for you. And those pillars are your physical health, your mental health or emotional health, your spiritual health, and then finally your financial health. And looking at those and your dream of what retirement can be, we support, or I support you as you move forward and develop that plan for moving into a much better retirement.
And I'm hearing too a gentler retirement.
Not just a gentler retirement, but also one hopefully that's healthy for you. So, you often hear, and I think we all said, oh, I must be getting old, the bones are hurting, or this is hurting. So what we work through is really the list of questions and the list of habits that we currently have, and look at what we might be able to change so that we're healthier. And so as we age healthier as well. The question is, how do you want to live those last few years of your life? Yes, you may be slowing down, but do you still want to be active and active in mind and body? And if so, it's great to start in your 20s, but it's still not too late at 60 to start changing those habits.
Beautiful. So today we're talking about passion and purpose. And I can ask you with absolute confidence, because I know you are living it. How did you know that you are stepping and living your passion with purpose?
Oh, that's really easy. I came into coaching itself at a challenging time in my life, and somebody said you should get a coach, and it was the best investment I've made in many, many years. I think almost second to having children and investing in my kids. And it was really the transformations that I had. And then as I went through the coaching credentialing, the transformations that I saw in clients, those sort of big aha moments where suddenly everything was clear. And it really, I learned so much, and I continue to learn so much. And it's just, I meet lots of different people. I love seeing them unshackle themselves from their worries, or from the coming out of the shadows and having clarity in their lives. It's I think one of the greatest gifts that I get from coaching. And as I said, I meet people from all over the world, and I just really love being able to see people flourish and grow.
And how does
And
that
that's what
feed your life?
well, as I said, I actually learn from every person I interact with and I work with. And one of the things that I'm passionate about is migration and supporting people who have to migrate, whether it's war, economic hardship. And so having this training, and I constantly am learning and taking up new education around coaching, helps me feed this other piece of my life, which is to support, whether it's volunteers working with migrants and refugees, or it's the refugees themselves, supporting them as they move into a new life, a new country. My coaching practice supports me providing pro bono work in that area. And that's one of my passions, is sort of, I call myself sort of a world person, as opposed to, yes, I'm Irish, or yes, I'm Canadian. I think it really feeds that need in me to try and leave the world a better place.
It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. I think so many people step into passion and they don't necessarily know that their purpose is directly linked until they start feeling those rewards and how important it actually is. Maeve,
Yes.
what would you give anyone who is looking for passion and purpose at their retiree age? What is one thing you could leave them with as a thought?
Look back in your life, right back to maybe your mid-teens, and think about your dreams at those times, the dreams and passions you had at those times, and start writing those down. Don't dismiss them, saying it's too late or whatever. Just think about, what were you passionate about, say, from 15 to 20? What about 20 to 30? Things that you couldn't do because of circumstances, whether it was lack of funds, or you had people depending on you, or whatever. Look at that list and then see what it stirs up in you, and try. Go and perhaps potter around in each of those areas, whether it was painting or drawing, or whether it was a sport. Just because you reach a certain age doesn't mean you can't pick up a new sport. But go and potter around in those areas and see what lights you up, and then follow that light.
Beautiful. Follow that light, find that light within. That is so beautiful. Thank you, Maeve. Thank you so much for your time today and the early morning start. And I look forward to working some more with you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for inviting me and talking to me some time ago about coming on and chatting with you. It's been a pleasure.
Thank
And
you.
thought-provoking, the questions. Yes.
Cool. Coach to coach. we
Exactly.
can appreciate each other's skills. And I think that being able to
Yes.
support each other in that space is really wonderful. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you too.